What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's great to have you here as always. Thank you for watching. You're watching the VSO Gun Channel, and I'm sorry to inform all my California viewers, but Ammo Week is over. I have lots of friends across the industry that run businesses that were shipping ammo into California. They should also be informed. We called it Ammo Week because we expected it to last about a week, and it lasted about a week. This is obviously bad, but there is a silver lining, and we'll cover what happened after the capitalism break. I started using XS back in my early 20s, like when I could actually see. I used them for the first time in a force-on-force class, and up to that point, to be completely honest, I really didn't get it. From that experience, I can definitively tell you that XS's big dot sight is the best sight for when you're shooting like this. Of course, they make regular sight profiles too, but the consistent attributes are a bright tritium vial surrounded by a photoluminescent insert that charges up with exposure to any light source. They also do everything from shotgun beads to AK post sights, ensuring that XS has a solution when you need the brightest sights in any light. At this point in time, I'm pretty sure that everybody here has heard of the Road v. Bonta case. It literally sent a ripple through the gun community / gun industry for about a week, where unprecedented levels of shipments of ammunition to California took place. America. Judge Benitez wrote a, in my opinion, bulletproof decision, but it was a foregone conclusion that this was going to be appealed, and it went from Benitez to a 3-judge panel. And I'll read you what the 3-judge panel said. So it was before Judges Clifton, Callahan, and Thomas. And in a 3-judge panel, you just have to have a majority. Ordered by Judges Clifton and Thomas, shitbirds, the motion to stay the district court's January 30th permanent injunction and judgment is granted. The existing briefing schedule remains in effect, which means that everything that they are doing, it has not been accelerated, right? So they're just going to go along with the schedule as it's been established. Judge Callahan dissented, saying, "I would deny the motion for stay pending appeal. I do not believe the appellant has met his burden of showing a likelihood of success on the merits or irreparable injury will occur absent a stay." So without justification, basically, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals has wiped out Benitez's decision. And here's the thing. This was always a foregone conclusion because this is just kind of how the Ninth Circuit do. Right? They don't really do a whole lot with the Constitution out in that part of the country. However, as we saw in that decision, one of the 3 judges, Callahan, did dissent, and he pointed out that, yeah, they're probably not going to win this one when you look at all the facts. The fact of the matter is this. As Benitez eloquently laid out in his decision, there is no historical precedent in the text, history, or tradition of the United States to regulate ammo this way. You cannot use your firearms without ammunition. It is Second Amendment protected conduct. Also, there is no irreparable harm provided these kind of activities go on that have been going on for the last week. Because you can buy ammo, you can possess the ammo, you just have to go through a rigorous unconstitutional process to get it. It's not like ammo is banned. And if it was banned, well, then that would certainly be a violation of the Constitution. And probably if they took it to that level, the Supreme Court would probably have to step in on that thing. But they've stepped like a couple steps short of doing that. So they're basically letting it go through the channels. Here's the thing about that. Callahan pointed out that this is a foregone conclusion, that the Bonta is going to lose. The Attorney General is going to lose this eventually. But what they do in California, particularly in the Ninth Circuit, is kick the can down the road. They want to delay and delay and delay. Well, you might be like, Kurt, why would they delay the inevitable? Well, that's what they do. That's the whole game plan. That's how communists work. And that's not even really a joke, folks. I'm serious. Look at every place on the planet that has operated or is operating with that system of government. and you will find a uniform theme. It is consolidate power and then keep everyone else away from it as long as possible. It's like a really weird sports ball game of basketball. Like, imagine basketball without any goals, right? Where you just constantly try to keep the ball away from the other team type thing. It is a temporary state of affairs. It's always a slow the roll, and hopefully the situation will change. And what they're hoping for the situation to change is they're hoping to slow walk this as excruciatingly painfully slow as possible, in hopes that the balance of power will shift on the Supreme Court, because they know that the Supreme Court is watching cases like this one, waiting for an official cert to come through. So once it goes through all the official channels and things have been exhausted, and the Supreme Court's authority on the issue, on the case, cannot be contested, because like if it goes to the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court says something out of turn, then it could be reviewed years and years and years later saying, oh, well, the Supreme Court kind of messed that up because they jumped the gun. They're waiting for uncontested supremacy on issues like this one in the form of an official writ of certiorari. So an official appeal to the Supreme Court, so they can issue that writ and hear the case with no strings attached. I believe that this is a foregone conclusion and that this will ultimately be struck down. The bad part of that is it's going to take a long time. These things can take forever to litigate, and they know that, and that is the second part of their strategy, is if we delay this as long as we can, then we can use the political situation that we have created to our benefit, because we've got a bunch of idiots that are our constituency. But it's up to you guys out there to fight the good fight. I can only help you so much from my office here in Ohio. Anyway, this is what's going on with the Road v. Bonta case. Not great news, but again, it wasn't unexpected. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on another video here at the VSO Gun Channel.